Hi, I'm Sarah. I am going to give you guys a Pilates mat workout that you can do at home. I'm going to include one prop. It's a chair. Mine's just my chair from my kitchen table. The chair is going to give you deeper hamstring and glute work. It's optional if you don't want to use the chair. You can just have your feet on the ground. I'm going to start incorporating household items that you can use to get a little bit more out of your workouts. So we'll do some hamstring and glute work. We'll do some core work, and I'll also have some side lying work. If you're not sure what that is, going into the video, you'll know by the end. We'll start standing tall. As always, if I cue you through something that's not going to be good for your body, please don't do it. Find a way to modify it, skip it entirely, and please leave me comments if there's an exercise that I give you guys that you want or need a modification for that I don't offer here. Start standing tall, facing your mat. Feet parallel to each other, sits bone distance apart, shoulders back and down. Big inhale, grow tall through the crown of your head. Exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Start to stretch your trunk away from your pelvis as you roll down. Your head hangs, your arms hang, the back of your neck is long. The weight of your body should have shifted into the balls of your feet. Your toes are light on the mat, your heels are light. You are not locked out in your knees. Find the floor with your hands. Walk your hands out, high plank position, and hold. Set your shoulders. Find a little point through your toes. Your fingers are spread wide. Your middle fingers are parallel to one another. Your shoulders are away from your neck and your ears. Your toes are pointed. That's going to give you calf engagement. Your quads and your hamstrings are engaged. Your low belly is pulled up and in. Your rib cage is knitted down. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows towards the wall behind you. Inhale, no movement. Exhale, extend. Inhale, exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale, extend. Inhale, exhale, slowly bend. Inhale, no movement. Exhale, extend. Keep your head in line with your spine. Inhale, exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale, extend. Let's go two more. Inhale, exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale, extend. Last one. Send your hips up. Drop your heels heavy. Weight the balls of your feet. Shoulders away from your ears. Chest reaching proud towards the floor. Head in line with your spine. Use your hands to push yourself higher up, farther back. Knit your ribs down. Keep your heels reaching down, your sits bones reaching high. Stretch your hamstrings without locking your knee joints out. They should have some wiggle room. Big inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands back. Drop your head. Let your arms hang. Give your head a little shake left to right. Use your abs to inhale and exhale. Tuck your tailbone and restack. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Piece by piece with control. And then, music. Come here, baby. Come here. Good boy. Sit. Come on. Come on. Sit. Another. Inhale tall. Exhale chin to chest. Rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Your head hangs. Your arms hang. The back of your neck is long. Any movements you might need here, you can take. Maybe you grab a hold of your toes or behind your knees or anywhere in between. Use your arms to pull into a little bit deeper hamstring stretch. Relax your shoulders. Let your head hang. Big inhale. Even bigger exhale. Relax out of your stretch. Let your arms and head hang again. Inhale and exhale. Hollow your belly and restack. Now, you're going to grab your chair, put it towards the foot of your mat. Make sure that it's not going to slide on you. You're going to go heels on top of the chair with your knees bent at about 90 degrees. Your shoulders are nice and open. The back of your neck is long. You're going to start with a neutral pelvis, which means you've got that curve between your low back and the floor, but your rib cage is still knitted down. Back of your neck long, shoulders open in the front. Your femurs are parallel to one another. So are your shins and your feet. Take an inhale at neutral. Exhale, tilt your pelvis, round your low back into the mat, and then peel off vertebrae by vertebrae. Your hips are going to be able to get higher off the floor with your feet on a chair or a lifted surface than they would with your feet flat on the ground. Take an inhale. Exhale, soften your chest from your chin, roll down one vertebrae at a time, all the way back to neutral with control. Inhale at neutral. Exhale, tilt, peel off, vertebrae by vertebrae. Keep your knees sits bone distance apart. Keep your femurs parallel. Take an inhale. Exhale, hollow, and roll back down, all the way back to neutral. Take an inhale, and then exhale, tilt, and peel off. At the top, you haven't lost your low belly engagement. You haven't lost your pelvic tilt, your tight drawstrings. You're not over-engaged in your glutes. They are on, but you're not clenched. Your hamstrings are engaged. Your inner thighs have some tone. You're reaching your knees away from you. You're energizing your heels towards you. Take an inhale and exhale. Use your abs to roll each individual vertebrae back onto your mat. And then rock on your sacrum. Go back to neutral. Inhale. Exhale. Tilt. Peel off vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale at the top. And exhale. Hollow. And go back down. Let's go one more. Tilt and curl up. Inhale. And exhale back down. We're going to come back to your chair shortly. For the time being, shift back on your mat just so you've got some space. Open your shoulders. Bring your arms up and out to a T shape. Bring your feet together onto your mat. Cross your right leg over your left leg. Keep your shoulders equally weighted. You're not going to flare your rib cage or arch your spine. You're thinking a nice, controlled, healthy spinal rotation. Inhale, legs go to your left side. Your right hip lifts, but your shoulder stays down. Exhale, hollow your belly, come back to center. Inhale, take your legs to your right side. And then exhale, hollow, and come back in. Legs go to your left. You're looking for right oblique and low ab engagement to control the movement of your legs back to center. And then legs to your right. This time you're thinking left oblique, low ab engagement to pull your legs back in. Let's go one more to each side. Legs to your left. And then last one with the right leg crossed over. Legs to your right. And exhale, hollow back in. Uncross, recross. Take your legs to your right side. Inhale over that. You just kind of pivot on that right foot. Exhale, hollow and back to center. And then inhale, legs to your left side. Over. And exhale, back to center. Control is more important than range of motion. So you'll hear me say that a good bit. What that means is as I take my legs to the left, I'm not seeing how far I can get my legs over. I'm more concerned with keeping my shoulders equally weighted, keeping my ribs from flaring, keeping my spine from arching. And that dictates my range of motion. And then using my abs to control my movement back in. Let's go one more to the right. Inhale over. And exhale, center. And then last one to your left. And back to center. Once you get to the center, uncross. Bring your feet back to sits bone distance apart. We're going to interlace your hands behind your heads. I like fingers fully interlaced with each other with thumbs pointing down towards your shoulder girdle. Thumbs long on your neck to help guide the length in the back of your neck. Use your hands to push your head into and to help guide the base of your skull away from your shoulders so that the back of your neck stays long. Shoulder blades in your back pull towards each other and down. You can hover your elbows to get your shoulder blades flat and to help get your rib cage knitted down in the front. Find a neutral pelvis. So you've got that, if you had a big belt buckle on, that belt buckle shining straight to the ceiling, you've got that space, that natural curvature between your low back and the floor. For this first set, I want you to keep your neutral pelvis. So your low back isn't going to shift, but it stays perfectly still and stable. Pelvis stays stable. Again, shoulders away from your ears. Take an inhale. Exhale, hollow your belly. Come up, but stay neutral. And then inhale, lower back down. Again, exhale, lift up. Stay neutral. And then inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Lower with control. You're not letting gravity take you back down to the floor. You're using your abs to guide every angle of the movement back down. Let's go for 4. And then 3. Bring your gaze towards your inner thighs to keep the back of your neck long. Last 2. And then last 1. And then lower down with control. Take an inhale and exhale. Imprint your low back. Keep your imprinted low back. Inhale and exhale. Bring one leg to tabletop. second leg meets it. Knees are at 90 degrees. Shoulders away from your ears, ribs knit down. I want you to use your low belly to keep your low back imprinted into the ground. If you're having trouble doing that, pull your knees closer to you. If it feels too easy, when you're at tabletop, take your knees a little farther away, but know that your number one priority is keeping your low back pushing into the ground. So lumbar spine is literally touching the floor. Take an inhale. Exhale, head and chest lift up to your left. Inhale, lower down. Don't rest. Exhale, lift to your right. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, up and over to the left. Stay off your shoulder blades. Exhale, over to the right. Lower down to the center. Don't rest at the bottom. Lift left. And then down, lift right. And then down. Exhale, left. Lower down with control. Lift right. Don't flare your ribs. Exhale, left. Keep your imprinted low back the entire time. Right. Let's go for 6. And then 5. And then 4. And then 3. And then 2. And then 1. Lower down. Rest your head. Pull your knees towards you. Squeeze them tight so that you find a stretch in your low back. Gentle little rock side to side, hip to hip. Shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. Hands on top of your knees or behind your legs. Come up to tabletop with your legs. Head and chest lift. Roll your shoulders back and down. Give your head a little shake left to right. Back of your neck is long. We're going to bring your hands behind your head and hold. We're going to inhale, lower your head and chest down. Keep length in the back of the neck. Don't flare, don't rest. Exhale, lift, hold. Inhale, straighten your legs out, high Lucy. Exhale, bend your knees in and hold. Inhale, head and chest down. Exhale, head and chest up. Inhale, straighten legs out. Exhale, bend your knees in. Inhale, head down. Don't flare. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, extend out. Don't lose your imprint. Exhale, bend in. Head lowers. Lift off your shoulder blades. Legs straighten. Don't lose your imprint. Hollow, come in. Inhale, out. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, out. Exhale, in. Head lowers down. Exhale, lift up. Legs straighten out. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, legs out. Exhale, bend in. Last 2. Down, up, out, in. Last one. Down, up, out, in. Pull your knees to your chest and breathe for a moment. So just to recap, because we're going to do that again, but make it a little bit more challenging. When your head and chest lowered down, your upper abs are working to keep your rib cage from flaring. When your legs straighten out, your lower abs are working to keep your low back from coming off of the floor at all. Remember, control is more important than range of motion. So if you need to make your movement smaller to maintain the integrity of the exercise, please do. Grab behind your legs. Relax your shoulders away from your neck and your ears. Lengthen out the back of your neck. Legs to tabletop. Head and chest lift along. Shoulders are still down, away from your neck, away from your ears. Now, we're going to combine those 2 movements. Inhale, head lowers down as legs straighten out. Exhale, hollow and come back in. Feel like your legs are moving against resistance. Inhale, lower down. Back of neck stays long. Ribs don't flare. Exhale, back up. Inhale, legs extend out. Don't lose your imprint. Exhale, hollow, come in. Inhale, down and out. Exhale, up and in. Let's go for 6. And then 5. Nice controlled movements. Last 4. Notice my knees are coming closer to me than tabletop. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Pull your knees to your chest, lower your head and breathe. Relax your shoulders, little rock side to side, hip to hip. We're going to do that same exercise again, but instead of legs straight out and straight in, trunk straight down and straight up, we're going to do kind of a twist. So you'll be in the center when your head lowers and your legs straighten. When you lift up, your trunk's going to rotate left as your knees pull to the right, then everything back to the center, and then you'll switch it, trunk right, knees left, center, trunk left, knees right, vice versa. So grab behind your legs, lift up to tabletop. Never lose your imprint of your low back. Never let your ribs flare. Shoulders back and down. Shake your head out. Hands behind your heads. Inhale, legs straight out, head down. Lift up, rotate your knees to the right elbow, trunk to the left side. And then inhale, back out and down. Trunk right, knees left. And then inhale, out and down. Trunk left, knees right. Inhale, out. Trunk right, knees left. Inhale, back out. Exhale. And inhale, out. Keep your elbows wide. Try to get off your shoulder blades. Keep your head in line with your spine. Your chin in line with your sternum. See if you can lift a little bit higher. See if you can rotate trunk and knees a little bit deeper. Let's go for 5. And then 4. And then 3. And then 2. And then 1. Legs out, and then bend your knees. Grab them towards your chest. Rock side to side, keeping your shoulders relaxed. Rock yourself to a seated position. Bring your chair back towards you just a little bit. And then we're going to lay back onto your back with your knees at about 90 degrees, just like when we started. Your shoulders are nice and open. We're going to go neutral pelvis. We'll do 2 pelvic curls just to check in with your low backs. Take an inhale. On your exhale, go from neutral into your tilt, and then peel off vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale the top, keep low belly on. Exhale, hollow, and articulate back down. All the way back to neutral. Take an inhale. Exhale, tilt, and curl up. It's worth mentioning, if this feels too extreme on your hamstrings, but on the ground isn't extreme enough, find something between the 2 heights. So maybe get a stack of books, or a shorter chair, or a step stool. Shoulders open, back of neck long, deepen your pelvic tilt, hips are up, take an inhale, exhale, hollow, and roll back down. We're going to add on to that. Take an inhale, exhale, tilt, peel off vertebrae by vertebrae, hold at the top. The back of your neck is long, your shoulders are open. Your ribs are knitted down, your pelvis is tilted, your hips are lifted, your knees are reaching out, your heels are energized towards you, and your feet are parallel, not turning into a V shape. Take an inhale and exhale, bring your right leg to tabletop. Straighten your right leg to the ceiling. Keep your right leg straight. We're going to hinge, lower hips down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. If this is hurting your ankle or your heel, then put a little cushion between your heel and the chair. Inhale down, exhale up. If you touch the floor, your cheeks touch at the same time. Let's go for 3, and then 2, and then 1. Stay up. Bend that right knee. Right heel back to the chair. Deepen your pelvic tilt. And then articulate your pelvis back down 1 vertebrae at a time. Shoulders open, back of neck long. Pelvic curl. Inhale. Exhale, tilt, peel off. Inhale at the top and exhale, articulate back down. As always, if back feels funky after that first set, do a couple more pelvic curls before going into the second side. Shoulders open, back of neck long. Check in. Your rib cage is knitted down. Your pelvis is neutral. Take an inhale. Exhale. Tilt your pelvis. Hollow your belly. Peel off vertebrae by vertebrae. As you exhale, hold. Check in. Deepen your pelvic tilt. Make sure you're not clenching your glutes. They're on, but they're not clenched. Deepen low belly work. Lift your hips higher. Reach your knees out. Pull your heels towards you. Feet are parallel to each other. Low belly engagement doesn't go away. Take an inhale and exhale. Bring your left leg to tabletop. Straighten it to the ceiling. We're going to inhale, hinge, lower your pelvis down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. For 5, 4. Don't let your left hip hike. 3, 2, 1. Stay at the top. Bend that left knee, left heel to the chair. Deepen your pelvic tilt. Make sure your hips are lifted where they were when you started. Take an inhale. Exhale. Soften your chest from your chin. Roll 1 vertebrae at a time back down onto your mat, and then rock all the way to neutral. Pelvic curl. Inhale, exhale, tilt, peel off. Inhale, and then exhale, hollow, and come back down. Let's go 1 more. Inhale, exhale, tilt, peel up. Inhale and exhale, back down. Give your knees a big squeeze. Relax your shoulders. Bring your feet back to the chair. This one should arguably be easier because you're going to use both legs, but maybe a little bit more challenging since both legs are already tired and worked. Open your shoulders, back of your neck is long. Feet are parallel to each other. Take an inhale. Exhale, tilt, peel up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Deepen your low belly work. You're thinking symmetry here, symmetrical movement. Your hips are going to touch the same time. Don't let your feet make a V shape. Come all the way up with your hips as far as you can. Keep your drawstrings tight, your pelvis tilted, and find no engagement in your low back. With control, we're going to hinge, lower butt down, exhale, lift up. Inhale, down, exhale, up. Inhale, lower. Find a little bit of a pause, squeezing your glutes in towards each other at the top, and then lower back down with control. Inhale, down, exhale, up. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale, exhale, hollow, round, vertebrae by vertebrae back down. Squeeze your knees to your chest. Gentle little rock side to side, hip to hip. We're just going to ditch the chairs, so carefully push it away from you. Let's straighten your legs on your mat. I'll give you some modifications if this one feels challenging in the beginning. You're going to start with your low belly pulled up and in. Your arms come up to the ceiling. Fingers reach high, shoulder blades fall flat. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Keep the back of your neck long. Shoulder blades stay flat, arms go overhead. Your hands might not touch the floor. They might just hover. You most likely will come into a stretch either in your triceps, your deltoids, maybe even your lats. On your inhale, we're going to lift your arms, shoulders, head, neck, and chest and pause. Set your shoulders. Lift up one more vertebrae. And then exhale slowly with control. Come up, stack your shoulders over your hips. Maintain a C curve in your spine with length in the back of your neck. Big inhale, grow tall into that C curve. And then exhale, hollow your belly and roll back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, piece by piece, keeping those shoulders set. If that feels impossible, you're going to bend your knees. Inhale, arms, shoulders, head, neck, and chest. If you need it, use your arms to help you up in that movement. Inhaling at the top, and then exhale, rolling back down, grabbing your legs if and when you need them. If you don't need to have the knees bent, keep them straight. Inhale, arms, shoulders, head, neck, and chest. Shoulders are set. Come up one more vertebrae. Hollow your belly. Come up vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoulders down, back of neck is long. Think lengthen your C curve. Take an inhale. Exhale, hollow your belly. One vertebrae at a time rolls back onto your mat. Shoulders hit, head hits, arms overhead. Keep your shoulder blades flat, away from your ears and your neck. Inhale, arms, shoulders, head, neck, and chest. Come up to that extra vertebrae. And then slowly with control, hollow your belly. Come up. Inhale at the top. And then exhale, articulate back down. If you need a little bit of an assist, squeeze your feet tight together. That inner thigh engagement will help fire your low belly. If you don't need an assist, bring your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, arms, shoulders, head, neck, and chest. Come to that second vertebrae. Set your shoulders, that next vertebrae. And then roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhaling at the top. And then exhale, keep your shoulders back and down so that your abs are doing all the work. It's not your neck and shoulders trying to help. Last two. Inhale, arms, shoulders, head, neck, and chest. And then exhale with control. Come up, shoulders stack over your hips. Spine is long, back of your neck is long. Big inhale. Exhale, hollow your belly. Articulate down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Keep your shoulders and your neck out of it. Last one, we're going to grab a stretch on your hamstrings at the top. Inhale, arms, shoulders, head, neck, and chest. Coming up to that next vertebrae. And then exhale, coming up. And then hinge forward. Bend your knees as much as you need to. So if you're in that nervy spot behind your knees, bending will help you get out of it. Drop your shoulders. If you can't reach your toes, grab behind your knees or somewhere in between. Reach your chest proud. Keep length in the back of your neck. Kick your tailbone back. Reach your heels forward. Pull your toes towards you. Big deep breaths. Big inhale. And then exhale, release out of the stretch. And you're just going to lay on your side facing me. We're going to do some side lying work. You're going to make sure your chair's out of the way. Bring your bottom arm long with the palm of your bottom hand facing the ceiling. Heels together, toes apart, making a little bit of a V shape. Squeeze heels tight together. Reach your top foot and therefore your top hip long. Knit your rib cage down. If you need your top hand on the floor for support, you can do that. If you don't, top hand can be here. Shoulders open. Again, belly button up and in, ribs down. Squeezing your heels together. Exhale, lift your feet up. You're using your top oblique and inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And then inhale, lower. Exhale, up. And then inhale, down. Let's go for 7. And 6, you're not resting at the bottom. And then 5. And then 4. And then 3. And 2. And 1, staying at the top here. Set your shoulders, pull your belly button to your spine, reach your feet long, lift your feet higher. If you're in your low back, open your pelvis towards the ceiling a little bit. We don't want low back firing. Now we're going to pulse from your top oblique. 10, 9. Belly button to spine each time for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Big inhale. And then exhale, lower your feet slowly. Bend your bottom knee. Look for a side lying tabletop. Lift your top leg. You're at hip height here. You're going to flex that top foot. Notice if your ankle joint's doing something funny like this, where you've got the inside of the outside of your ankle joint longer than the other. Try to keep a nice flush flex of your foot, so all 5 toes pulling towards you equally. Set your shoulders, reach that foot long. Keep your top hip stacked over your bottom hip. Don't let it hike up. Take an inhale. Exhale, come forward with control. Your top hip stays long. We're going to lift your foot, lower your foot, and then come back. Look for a little bit of hip extension, but don't let your top half dump forward. Keep your trunk totally stable. Come forward with control. Keep your top hip reaching long. Kick your tailbone back towards the wall behind you. Lift up, lower down, and then come back with control. Forward, lift, lower, and back. You're thinking trunk stability, and you're looking for hip and pelvic disassociation. So even though there's a lot of movement coming from the head of your top femur, your pelvic structure itself is staying totally still and stable. Come forward with control, lift up, lower down, come back. We're trying to work your glute med, that gluteus medius. If you're feeling your low back, deepen your pelvic tilt. So find more low belly engagement and maybe make your movement a little bit smaller. Forward with control, lift up, lower down, come back. Let's go 4 more. Lift, lower, and back. Last 3. Think every angle of the movement you're moving with intention and control. Good. Last, 2? I'm not the best counter, so I apologize in advance. Last 1. And then come back and hold for a moment. Set your shoulders, reach your top foot long. Don't let your top leg move below hip height. Come forward, lift it a little bit, point your toes. Try to get your top femur stacked over your bottom femur. Reach your toes out towards your screen, but kick your tailbone back away from it. Circle, forward, up, back, down. For 3, 4, keep your pelvis still, your trunk still. 6, 7, control is more important than range of motion. 8, 9, 10, hold, top hip long, tailbone back, reach your toes forward. Unwind, so reverse the circles. 2, 3, 4, move with control and intention. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold, top hip long, tailbone back, reach your toes forward, lift them up, and then we're going to go 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, and then lower down. That should all be here. So when you let that foot rest forward, and then grab your top leg with your bottom hand and open your chest towards the ceiling, it should be a stretch directly on where you were just working. Go into bottom leg, inner thigh. So come back to face the front, straighten your bottom leg, bend your top. You can go toes on the floor, or if it's more comfortable to have your foot flat, that's fine. If you're in this position, you don't want your ankle bowing out, so use your top hand to give that top ankle joint some support. Flex your bottom foot and straighten that bottom leg. Reach the foot away from you and pull it back a little bit so that it's in line with the rest of your body, not forward. Take an inhale, exhale, lift, and then inhale, lower with control. No resting at the bottom. Lift up and inhale, lower down. This is bottom leg, inner thigh. For 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Hold at the top. Flex your foot even more. Reach your heels long. Pull your toes towards you. Pull the foot back. Get your knees straight. Lift the foot higher. And then with that flexed foot, reach your top hip long. We're going to go pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. And then we're going to point your toes. Pull the foot back, lift it higher, full range of motion. Lower your leg down, lift your leg up. 10, 9, for 4, 3, 2, stay up on 1. I should have mentioned, head can be down here or up, but you've got your head in your hand or resting on your arm. You're not holding your neck up like so. With your toes pointed, pull the foot back, lift it higher. We're going to do small circles at the top. 1, 2, 3. Emphasize the back side of the circle so you're not cutting any part of it off. Get higher. For 3, 2, 1. Hold. Relax your shoulders. Reach your toes long. Pull them up. Lift them higher. Rewind your circles. Opposite direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the foot all the way up and then lower it down with control. Again, that should have been bottom leg and your thigh. None of that should have been in your back. Come up to sit. Flip around on your mat so that you're still facing your screen to do your second side. For this first part, I do want your bottom arm long and your head resting on your bottom bicep. Shoulders set, low belly on, ribs are knitted down. Your heels are together, your toes are apart. Reach your top foot and therefore your top hip long. Squeeze your heels together. Try not to lose that V shape so feet don't do funny little movements. Top oblique. Exhale, feet up, and inhale, feet down. Move with control. Keep a nice squeeze of your heels together. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay up on 1. Set your shoulders, reach your feet long. Deepen your pelvic tilt, knit your ribs down. Squeeze your heels, lift feet higher. Pulses from your top oblique. For 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold. And then lower those feet down. We're going to bend your bottom leg. Side lying tabletop, lift your top leg. Flex your top foot. All 5 toes pull towards you equally. Reach your top foot, therefore your top hip long. Set your shoulders. Keep your low abs on. Hip and pelvic disassociation. There's movement in the head of your femur, but your actual pelvic structure stays totally still. Take an inhale. Exhale, come forward. Your top hip reaches long. Tailbone kicks back. Lift the foot, lower the foot, and come back. Forward with control. Lift up, lower down, and back. Forward, up, down, and back. Forward, lift, lower, come back. On that first side, we talked about coming into a little bit of hip extension, which means you're reaching your heel back towards the wall behind you, using your high hamstring, low glute on that top side, but you're deepening your low belly work so that that hip extension doesn't pull your top hip back. Pelvis itself stays still. Forward, lift up, lower down, come back. Forward, up, down, back. Let's go for 3, up, down, back, and 2, lift, lower, back. Remember, it's all at hip height or above. And back, hold, set your shoulders. Top foot, top hip, reach long. Belly button pulls towards your spine, ribs are knitted down, your shoulders are relaxed, your neck is relaxed. Come forward with control, point your toes. Reach your top hip long, kick your tailbone back, reach your toes forward. Circle, forward, up, back, and down. The forward part of the circle is going to be the most challenging, so that's where your body would tend to try to cheat, so don't allow that to happen. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Top hip long, tailbone back, reach your toes forward. Keep your pelvis still, your trunk still, unwind your circles, back, up, forward, down. Again, the forward part is where your body's going to want to try to take a little bit of a cheat, so don't let that happen. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, top hip long, tailbone back, reach your foot forward, lift your foot up. Keep your top hip long and your toes reaching out and up. Little pulses, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Again, this is your gluteus medius. Lower that leg down. Rest it on the floor. Open your chest to the ceiling and breathe. Use your bottom hand to pull that top leg towards your screen as your top hip reaches away from it. Back to face the front. Again, your head can be resting on your hand or down like so, but either way it's resting. Bend your bottom, straighten your top. Again, reminder, give your ankle joint some support if you're up on your toes. If your foot is flat, that's fine. Relax your shoulders. Flex your bottom foot. Reach it long and pull it back. Keeping your foot flexed, exhale, lift, and inhale, lower. Control is more important than range of motion. So I'm not as concerned with how high your foot comes as I am that you're pulling your belly button up and in every time your foot lifts up. You're keeping that flexed foot. You're not bringing your bottom leg closer to the screen. You're keeping it nice and in line with the rest of your body. Let's go for 3, 2, stay at the top on 1. Reach your heels long, pull your toes back, pull the whole leg back and lift it higher. Pulsing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold, point your toes, pull them back, lift them up. Inhale all the way down, full range, lower, exhale, lift. For 2, 3, neck and shoulders relaxed. 4, no resting at the bottom. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, stay at the top. 10, hold. Point your toes, pull them back, lift them higher. Small little circles at the top. 1, 2, don't cut off the back of the circle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold. Reach your toes farther out, pull them farther back, lift them farther up. Unwind your circles. 2, 3, so opposite direction. 4, don't cut off the back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold at the top, and then lower that leg down and breathe. Come up to a seated position. Get a quick stretch on your inner thighs. Bring your feet to touch. The big toes touch, shoulders down. Reach your chest proud. Kick your tailbone back. Reach your knees towards the floor, and if you need to hinge forward at all, you can use your biceps to help. Nice big deep breaths. And then carefully come out of it. We're going to go a cat-cow stretch. Shoulders back and down. Knees under your hips. Shoulders under, or hands under your shoulders. Fingers spread wide. Shoulders back and down. Middle fingers parallel to each other. You're not locked out in your elbows. Take an inhale and exhale. Round your spine towards the ceiling. Drop your shoulders, let your heads hang. Pull your belly button close to your spine. Tuck your tailbone. Big inhale. And then exhale. Back through neutral. To avoid dumping into the bendy spot of your low back, keep your belly button pulled towards your spine. Inhale, reach your chest proud. And exhale back to neutral. Inhale, exhale, push the tops of your feet, all 10 fingers into the floor. Drop your shoulders. Let go of your glutes. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Big inhale. And exhale, back through neutral. Shoulders set. Lift your chest proud through your arms. Keep the back of your neck long. Keep your shoulders pulled back and down. Don't lock your elbows out. Push the heels of your hands into the floor. Energize them towards your knees. Deep in that upper back extension. Big inhale. And then exhale back to neutral. Bring your big toes to touch. Let your knees open. Stretch forward for a moment. Lift your head. Walk your hands to the right side of your mat and lower your head down. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Push your right hand into the floor and away from you. Push your left hand into the floor and energize it towards you. Keep your left shoulder down away from your ear and breathe into that left side body. You're trying to create space in your intercostals, your lats. Big deep breaths. Let go of the push and pull. Lift your head. Walk your hands to the left side of your mat. Lower your head down again. Shoulders relaxed. Push your left hand into the ground and away from you. Push your right hand into the ground. Pull it towards you. Your shoulders stay away from your ears. You're breathing into that right rib cage. Nice big deep breath. Try to keep your right sits bone heavy. Relax the push and pull. Lift your head. Walk your hands to the center. Lower your head back down. Come up onto all fours. Send one leg long, curl your toes under. Second leg long. Set your shoulders. Slowly bend your elbows to lower yourself all the way down. Point your toes. Bring your hands to your hips like so. Palms touching your hips, but not resting your thumbs on the ground. They're lifted off. Roll your shoulders back and down. Pull your legs tight together using your inner thighs. Reach your legs towards the wall behind you using your quads. Lift your legs up using your hamstrings. Pull your belly button deep to your spine, high to your heart. Knit your rib cage down. Roll your shoulders back and down. Push your hands heavy into your sides. Inhale, lift your chest. Keep the back of your neck long. Your legs engaged, your low belly on. Exhale, slowly lower down. Again, inhale, push, push, push with your hands. Shoulders back and down. Back of neck long. Big inhale. Reach your sternum, proud. Exhale, lower down. Low ab engagement is crucial here to protect your low back. 2 more. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, lower. Last one. Push, push, push with your hands. Keep your legs engaged. Shoulders back and down. Chest proud. Back of your neck is long. Big inhale. And then exhale, reverse. Bring your hands one on top of the other. Rest your forehead on your hands. Shake your hips left to right. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under. Set your shoulders. Pull your belly button to your spine. If you need to go from your knees instead of your feet, that's fine. Inhale and exhale. Push yourself up. Inhale, exhale. Hips up, heels down. Drop your shoulders. Reach your heels towards the floor. Slight bend in your knees. Kick your tailbone up. Head in line with your spine. Ribs knit down. Big inhale. And then exhale. Walk your hands back to your feet. Drop your head. Let your arms hang. Back of your neck is long. Weight of your body is in the balls of your feet. Take an inhale. Exhale, hollow. Tilt your pelvis. Tuck your tailbone. And restack. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoulders back and down. Low belly up and in. Ribs are knitted down. Big inhale, tall. Exhale, chin to chest. Roll down. Stretch your trunk away from your pelvis. Use your abs. Feel like you're rolling up and over that big barrel. If shoulders are okay with it, hands behind your back, interlaced. Let your hands fall towards the floor in front of your feet. Stretching your shoulders. Careful not to hyperextend your elbows. Slowly, carefully bend your elbows. Bring your hands towards your bump. Let your arms just hang, your head hang. Give your head a little shake left to right. Big inhale. Exhale, hollow your belly. Tilt your pelvis. And restack your spine, one vertebrae at a time, all the way tall. Shoulders will roll up, back, and down for 3, and 2, and 1. Big step forward, and you're all finished. Thank you for joining. As I mentioned in the other video, if you saw that, please feel free to leave comments, questions, any concerns you might have. I'm learning at all this, so bear with me. And give me ideas on how I can make it better and better to suit you and your needs. Thank you so much, and have a great day.